All right, looking at Apple on the monthly chart, we have had a beautiful push off of our trend line and have just been consistently pushing a little bit higher. If you look left with Apple, Apple is very consistent doing the exact same things. We get a new all-time high, we pull back, new all-time high, we pull back, new all-time high, we pull back. So we're in that same range again. We could push a little bit higher and then we can start getting our next big pullback. So they're very, very consistent. If you kind of watch, you're going to get a few months where you get a nice big push and then we start pulling back for several months before we get our breakout again. So I am going to be watching over the next couple months. We have been thinking we're probably going to continue to push for the next couple months and then at the beginning of the year start to see a nice pullback like this. But for right now, just kind of watching that 227. We have plenty of room to drop all the way down and test that trend line, but that's the area I would be watching for next month. Cannot believe we're almost done with October. Looking at the weekly chart, we've been in this range, just stuck, very similar to NVIDIA, just really moving back and forth and unable to break higher, but we got that big, beautiful breakout finally on Friday of this week. Now we have not gotten our previous all-time high. We got that earlier in the week. So looking at our daily chart, you can see our previous all-time high was up here about 265. That was just earlier in the week on Tuesday. So we've pulled back a little bit here. We do have room to push higher to hit that all-time high again, but we are really holding right here along this little trend line once again. We need to hold 261 to hold our current uptrend. So if we start to pull back, that's an area that I'm going to be watching. We have very strong support right where we're holding right here at that 262. And then if we tumble and pull back even more, you can see how much chop we have right here, but we also have really strong support there. So kind of watching to see, we could see some continuation where we just kind of start trending sideways once again. But I'm going to be watching that 260, 261 for any pullback to see if we're able to hold that in order to push higher.